All right, hello everyone again. This is Folasiji Bomi-Daniels, CEO of the Kabzeel Group, and this is episode 2 about introducing Kabzeel. In episode 1, we talked about who we are, what we do, and where we're going. And I remember in that episode, what we didn't talk about what we don't do. One of the things we don't do is we don't do what in Yoruba time they call Sogundogoji, where it's money doubling schemes. We don't do multi-level marketing, Ponzi, and all of that. We essentially gather together and we invest and we put our money in things that we understand, things that we can essentially track its growth. All right, for this episode, we're talking about our model, and I'll start with our legal framework. So at Kabzeel, we have the company, and then we have the community. Now, the company is, we have several companies that are registered. So we call ourselves Kabzeel Group because one of the things that we're going to do is become fully a group of companies registered in Nigeria. We'd also have LLC in the US. We're also thinking of opening same in the UK. All right. But currently, we have the community. The community is warehoused in the cooperative. We've been running the Ogun State Cooperative since 2020, and right now we're launching the Lagos State Cooperative. Is launching January 25, 2025. So what we then do is we have the company that undertakes project for us, and then we have the community made up of community members, cooperative members. Now, within the community, we have two distinct community levels. Now, we have the club, that's the investment club, and we have the community and the cooperative rather. Now, the investment club are people who are saving together fixed amount every month. You pick an amount, you save that amount every month for the specified number of time. Now, for the past 5 years, what we have been doing at the club level, and before now, you needed to really try to pass through me because it was my friends and I were testing our model. And for 5 years, everybody had been saving together every month for 5 years. And because of that, we're able to build an asset base. We currently then have several asset classes. At the cooperative level, it is flexible. You can essentially pick your an amount. There is a minimum amount to pay in 5,000 naira at the moment after you do your sign-up fee, essentially. So that's our legal framework. We have the company and we have the community warehoused in the cooperative. Now, coming to community levels, we have the free community, which is the learning community, and then we have the investing community. So in the learning community, we share with people our secrets, our knowledge. We teach in that learning community. It's free to join. There's a link to that description below if you want to learn about finances, you want to see what it's like, you want to even see, just check our track record and see the things that we've done. There's a link to that in the description below. You can join the learning community. It's free at any time, at all times. At the learning community, we also host syndicate events. For instance, we have the TCL, which is the Thursdays Chat and Learn. We have our TCL every Thursday by 7, where we talk about different investments, different opportunities, different money secrets. We talk about stocks. We talk about how to grow wealth, how to save, the coming financial crisis, different things. We essentially talk about how to be prepared for a financial famine, how to be prepared for abundance. We've talked about investing in Nigeria, investing in stocks, and several other things. So we have TCLs. We also then have special webinars. We've had webinars where we had people join us, people from different walks of life come and speak to us about their own specific areas. Then we have AGMs. AGM are annual general meetings. It holds usually in the last weekend of January. And this year's AGM, I'm recording January 2025, is holding in Covenant University Guest House, and we're doing our Bearing Fruit 1.0. So join us if you're watching this before January 25, 2025. Yeah. If not, the next January, there will be another AGM. And then for those of you in schools, communities, we organize the Kingdom Finance Bootcamp, where we come and do a free event. We've held one in Ibogun. We're also contributing one for this year in Agor. We're going to lasso different schools, essentially. And we train students because we believe if you don't learn about money while you're learning about life or school or education. When you begin to earn, because you have not learned, you will not know how well to spend what you have learned, what you are earning. So we do that, and we also empower people. I remember the maiden one we had last year. We a business walked away with 100,000 naira free from us, and then people are getting access to mentorship. To essentially, what I'm trying to do with people, what we're trying to do, is to give access so that the money mistake that some of us made early, you can avoid that completely. So that's all about the learning community, several events. Now for the investing community, the investing community is made up of the club and the cooperative. Now at the club, what the club runs is the generations plan, which we are launching, which will be available. There'll be more details about it. Essentially what we're saying is come and save every month for 7 years and change your life. Now, I've retired from a federal parastatal before. I know what my pension was. I voluntarily retired because I knew there was a future ahead of me and different things and different stories for another day. Yeah. And then when I looked at pension and I looked at people that I left in service, and I said, is this what you're going to do for 35 years and then wait for a government to decide your future? So what we're then saying, and what I did with my friends, because we started 2020 when I retired also, that let's take hold of our financial future and let's save consistently every month and put that in asset yielding investment. And I can tell you that holds the key to unlock capital for people in Africa, people outside of Africa. If you're able to do that, you will find amazing results if you're consistent with it. So with the club, we're now opening that out to people. We've done it for 5 years. Some of us are still continuing. For instance, I'm continuing for my two boys, and to save every year for 7 years, every month for 7 years for them. That's the club. Now at the cooperative is flexible. You can choose to pay the base amount currently is 5,000 naira. You can choose to pay that base amount every month. You can be flexible with it. You only need 6 months to be a financial member, and then you have access to several investment classes and the things that you do. Now at the cooperative, we then have two levels. We have the regular level, because we also do outreaches where we go and do the Kingdom Finance Bootcamp in campuses. We now have the student level. Well, the student level, they only need to save a minimum of 1,000, because we're trying to get them to have the discipline of a savings culture. Because if you don't learn to save, I remember today, January 7th, that I'm recording this, I had a conversation with one of our community managers who posted on his status and was complaining about, oh, if what you're earning is too little, and then you can't save from it, what you then have to do is earn more. And I said I disagree, because if you don't learn to save from the little that you have, when you earn more, you will find that your expenses are just rising to meet that, and you don't have that habit. So we encourage, you must have that discipline of saving consistently and then take it to a different level. So we encourage people to save. As a cooperative, we don't do interest yielding loans. We encourage rather investment that can produce income and asset yielding. So we believe gather together, save, invest that, and then give it time. It becomes a cash cow that can produce milk for you. All right. So there are three hierarchy. I'm coming out to hierarchy as I close for this one. We have at the bottom of the hierarchy, the learning community, which is open to every member of the community, every member of the public. Then from the learning community, should you decide to join the investing community, you can then either join the generations plan or join the cooperative, that's the club, or the cooperative. And then from our pool of members, we then have the management, executive that run the cooperative, board of advisory, our patron, the CIO, and different people. So those are the three hierarchies. So I hope you've gained one or two things about our operations at Kabzeel. Thank you for episode 2, and we look forward for episode 3, where we'll go into details about the investing community. Thank you.